Well, I should have waited another day before I filmed and posted my last video, because the day after I filmed that, which is the same day I posted it, there were a whole bunch of new releases related to it. So I'm going to show you all those today. There's some very cool stuff. I don't plan to buy anything from the last video I told you about, but this video I do, so I'm especially excited about it. So stay tuned. And welcome, I'm Autumn Beckman, and I'm here to help you live your life within your budget. I post new videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those and so you don't miss my daily community posts where I share the best sales of the day and fabulous handbags that I find. Also, don't miss my website, autumnbeckman.com. I will have it linked below. And on the shop page is where you can find things that I have for sale, like handbags, accessories, and planner pages, as well as my advent calendar. For example, I have the My Handbag Collection Organizer, which is an assortment of pages designed to help you track and organize your collections, the heart of which is the item tracker. This is the front and back, and this is designed to help you record everything you'd need to know about any of the pieces in your collection. Now, before we get to all these new releases, I do want to mention one thing that you guys mentioned to me in the last video, which was about Coach's new holiday bags. A handful of you reached out to me and let me know that you heard some kind of, people described it differently, squeaking or feedback. I am aware of that, and it's caused by a couple different things, and I'm working on it. You may hear some in this video, in the next few videos. At some point, I'm going to be able to explain to you what's going on, but I need a little bit more time first. So I hope it doesn't bother anybody, and if it does, I apologize. Just bear with me until it's sorted out. I don't usually do 2 Coach videos in a row, but the last one was 4 different kind of collections that they just released for the holidays. There were shearling pieces, crystal pieces. These pieces that I called silver, one of you corrected me and said you saw it in the store. It's actually called anthracite by Coach, but it looks more like a gunmetal is how you described it. So thank you for that. And these velvet pieces. They've since released several new things the very next day, but they also dropped a few more pieces in those 3 of those 4 collections. So let me just tell you about those really quick, and then I'll tell you about the rest. I will also tell you about the pieces that I think will sell out the most quickly. So if you're interested in those, I would recommend snatching them up. And at the very end, I'm going to tell you about the piece that I think is the very best value. I'm really surprised at how inexpensive the price is. When I first saw this piece, before I knew what the price was, I thought it would be much more expensive than it is. So definitely stay tuned for that. And of course, everything we talk about today will be linked in the description box below, as well as in a pinned comment in the comment section. And all the other holiday pieces that we talked about in the previous video will still be linked in that video. When I was talking about the shearling pieces, I mentioned that they were going to have a shearling cargo tote that is now released. It comes in 2 sizes, the 26 for $350 and one that's almost 35 centimeters for $450. And it just comes in this one color. They also have a crystal tabby 28. The tabby 28 is elongated, kind of like the Fendi baguette. These East-West bags have been very popular this year. This one is $450. And I told you about a tabby clutch that is all black leather, but the C logo is covered in black crystals. They now have 2 more bags like that. One is, again, that tabby 28. That's $425. But they also have the tabby 12. Winnie B. LV, are you listening? And it's only $225. And that's something that you can carry as a bag, or you could detach the chain and use it as a little SLG inside another bag. So very versatile for that piece and a reasonable price. There are also 2 more velvet bags that have been dropped, both in blue. There's the pouch bag for only $195. Now this bag, as far as I can tell, does not have any depth to it. It's just 2 pieces of quilted velvet sewn together on the sides. So be aware of that. But if you want one of the velvet pieces, this is one of the least expensive ways to go. And again, it can be worn as a bag or used as an SLG, so you get that versatility. And there's the Mira bag, which is crescent shaped, for $450. Also, a lot of you are going to be so thrilled with this. I think we're all familiar, if you are a fan of Coach, with the red Coach Cherries charm. So many people have that. It's been a very, very popular accessory. Well, Coach has taken note, and they've released the cherry charm in 2 new colors, one in gold and the other in silver, which again I think is going to be more of an anthracite. And they're both glittery cherries. Very pretty, and I think will be very popular. It would not surprise surprise me if those sold out fairly quickly once people learn that they have been released. Now, everything we've talked about so far and in the previous video could be used all year. I mean, I think people aren't going to carry shearling all year, but you could. These next pieces are much more specific to the holiday season, and they are what Louis Vuitton calls Christmas animation. And these pieces remind me a lot of Louis Vuitton's Christmas animation. Now, Coach has a history for many years now of doing illustrations like this on pieces for the holiday season, for Christmas, for Halloween, and for other things throughout the year. But these really stand out to me. I love the design they've come out with this year, and not so much the Louis Vuitton ones. I'm not at all impressed with the Louis Vuitton animation this year. But Coach is killing it. So here's what they released in their Christmas animation. The first piece I want to show you is the cosmetic pouch. This is one of my favorites. So we see here Rexy, who we all love. Yes, I love Rexy. And Rexy is ice skating with a snowman surrounded by snow-covered pine trees and the skyline of New York City in the background. And this cosmetic pouch is $95. The same image has been transferred to their bag charm, and this looks particularly like Louis Vuitton to me because it's a little round charm, just like what they do. I'll show you an example in case you're not familiar. So here's the Louis Vuitton piece. I forget which year this is from. I think this is the only Louis Vuitton Christmas animation that I have. And I got it because I love the penguins. It is just that light blue on the back. So keep that in mind when you see this. It's exactly the same shape. I don't know what's on the back of this one because they don't have a picture of it, but it has that same image with Rexy and the snowman skating with the tree and the skyline. And this bag charm is $75. The Louis Vuitton ones are $400-ish, so $75 is kind of a bargain. And Coach does amazing quality bag charms if you're not familiar. I also really love this next piece, which is a different take on that same animation. We still have Rexy and the snowman ice skating, but this time they are in Times Square. This notebook cover features a little turn lock to get it open. There is a lined notebook inside. It's a spiral notebook. Be aware there are no pockets in this notebook cover, but it is a super cute design. And the notebook is $95. Next is a third animation on this wristlet. We have the Brooklyn Bridge with the New York City skyline in the background, a big full moon, and instead of Santa and his sleigh, we have the Coach horse and carriage logo flying in front of the moon. Very cute. And that's $75. In a fourth animation design, we have the card holder. This has a train on it, and it really piqued my interest because I have this. This is a little cardstock gift bag tag from Coach that has exactly the same train engine that's featured on that card holder. And this is a vintage piece. I don't know what year it's from, and I don't remember where I got it exactly. I think someone sent it to me with a bag that I ordered. So I'd love to know the origin of this. If you know, please let me know in the comments. And I think it's really interesting that for this year's animations, they pulled some imagery from previous years from their vault. And that's the only imagery that I have seen recycled, at least that I recognize. If you recognize something else that you've seen before from Coach, let me know that too in the comment section below. And by the way, that card holder is $75. And in addition to those wearable SLGs, Coach has put their animation on some housewares pieces that they've released for the holidays. They have this set of 12 holiday cards in these 3 different designs for $35. You see the train again on one with the skyline in the background. It looks like the one in the middle is probably Rexy and the snowman ice skating in Times Square. And then the one in the back is the Brooklyn Bridge imagery. There's also a coffee mug with the Brooklyn Bridge design for $35. There's a set of 5 coasters with a coaster holder for $125. Those look nice. If I can see this properly, it looks like they're imprinted along the edges, like debossed. And they have pieces of each of those 4 different animation designs. And I'll say this, if you have Coach people in your life that you want to gift things to, this could be something where you split it up between 5 people, give each of those 5 people a coaster. Just an idea. There's also this teddy bear ornament. Why a teddy bear? Probably because of their teddy bear charms. Bring that a little closer just so you can see it better. That's my little shearling bear. I don't know the origin of why Coach started doing bear charms either. My guess would be that they started it when Burberry started doing theirs, but I don't know for sure. If you know differently, let me know in the comments. The bear ornament is $45. And my absolute favorite piece in this whole holiday collection, which is the piece that I think is by far the best value, is this snow globe. It's wrapped in leather on the bottom with a little brass C. It comes in a gift box, as several of these do. If you want to know if something comes in a gift box without having to request one, just look at the listings and they'll have a photo of it with the gift box. Remember, everything's linked below. But let's take a look at a few close-ups of this snow globe, shall we? Obviously, right away, we see the New York City skyline with the Empire State Building very prominent in the center, and the coach, horses, and carriage flying right behind it. In front of the skyline, we see the Brooklyn Bridge, and in front of that, we see Rexy and the Snowman ice skating. And when you turn the globe around, you see what I'm guessing is the New York High Line, which was a train track that's been converted to a park. But on top of it in the snow globe, you see that train. So even in the globe, you get little pieces of all the different animations. When I first saw this globe, I expected it was going to be maybe $225, $250, $300, somewhere in that range. Can you believe it is only $75? I was shocked when I saw that. This would be a great gift for a coach lover, a New York City lover, somebody who collects snow globes, or of course, for yourself. And that is everything, along with my previous video, which will also be linked below, that I have seen Coach release for this holiday season. Unless, of course, they release more tomorrow. Remember, everything we talked about will be linked below. And if you want links for all the things I talked about in the last video, that'll be linked below too, the video, so you can go there to get the links. The links will be in the description box, and I'll put them in a pinned comment, so it's a little bit easier to access. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Let me know which piece is your favorite and what you think of the Coach animations this year. And if you're also familiar with the Louis Vuitton, what you think of that in comparison. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.